Well, hello there, and welcome to Gateshead International Stadium. This is the Heat Army podcast, and we are bringing you live match commentary of the last friendly at home for Gateshead in pre-season between Gateshead, of course, and Harrogate Town. We have the teams in front of us. We'll go through them very, very shortly. But a big thank you for everyone that has joined us so far, and also as well, you can message in, as we always say. Let us know where you're listening from. And the Gateshead players are just finally leaving the pitch. The last few have just left there, and they'll be coming out momentarily for the first half here. And it should be a fantastic game. It's a strong lineup from Gateshead, and does it give us many clues into what is going to happen in the start of the season? Of course, the season starts here on August the 5th against Boreham Wood. That's the big show, and we want you here to cheer on the Heat. We've got lots of messages coming in so far. We've got Mark Fraser has put you, so there we go. We've got there we go, Heat Army podcast. Dave will sing us a lovely song to start the evening. No, I won't. We've got a message from Sean Parry. He's put good evening, everybody. We've got Heat Army there, and evening all again from Mickey. And don't miss the Heat Army podcast this week. It should be an absolute belter. We have 3 Gateshead players on with us, and it'll be a good one. We have Regan Booty, Stephen Wern, and Jordan Hunter are joining us live on the show. So if you've got questions, Thursday night, 8 p.m, we go live, and we want you to be there with us. And we get to welcome the new players to the club and get to know them a little bit, and it should be a fantastic affair. That aside, we'd love you to subscribe as well. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers to try and reach more people. So if you could, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell as well. So when we go live, you get a notification, or when there's a video upload, we will be able to give you all the content you want, and that would be amazing. Got more messages coming in. We've got Mickey, he's tuned in, and he's put listening from the Geordie Republic of Bencham. We've also got Chris Story. Good evening, guys. Guys, should be a good test. It certainly will be. And we've got Is Panny there tonight? Well, I'll quickly go through the Gateshead lineup. This is how Gateshead lineup. I'll quickly go through it as well when the teams come out for the first half. Archie Mayer in goal, Robbie Tinkler, Kenton Richardson, Louis Story, Jordan Hunter, Connor Panny, Regan Booty, Ed Francis, Stephen Wern, Greg Ollie, and Aidan Rutledge make up the starting lineup. On the bench, we have a trialist, Marcus Denanga. We have Elliot Forbes, Carl Magny, Ollie Thompson, Larry Kasani, and another 2 trialists. So a proud day for the trialist family. Here we've got 3 of their clan in this evening. For Harrogate Town, this is how they line up. Lewis Thompson in goal, Josh Falconham, Warren Burrell, Dean Cornelius, Abram Odu, Matt Daly, Sam Florian, Ant O'Connor, Jack Muldoon, Cian Ramsey, and Liam Gibson. On the bench is Mark Oxley, Joe Maddock, Will Smith, not that one, George Forshaw, Matty Follows, George Horby, Luke Armstrong, of course, familiar to us, Emmanuel Imanasami, whereas number 33, and Mason Wilson and Finn O'Boyle. So there we are, and the referee, if you're interested, is Andrew Kitchen. Did he bring the kitchen sink, though? That is the question. So, yeah, there we are. That's the teams. We'll go through them again very, very soon. But, yeah, it's a nice dry evening here thus far. The BBC weather app did have it down for thundery showers from 12 till 9 tonight. That hasn't been correct so far. I know that there has been a fixture just along the River Tyne from us at Hebburn was called off due to a waterlogged pitch, but there's no worries of that here at the GIS, and it is absolutely beautiful out there. It is a carpet, although I was my eyes are drawing to the halfway line since it was pointed out to me. We do have a slightly wavy halfway line. It resembles microwave bacon. If you've ever done bacon in the microwave, it's very wavy. But I think that was due to the weather conditions. And the person that did it, unnamed, I don't know the name of the person that did it, but it's still the halfway line if it's got a few kinks in it. But who doesn't like the odd kink? And as I say, we've got 1 second here. We've got Stephen Crosby listening in. Come on, boys, listening in from Blackpool. Fantastic stuff. Are you there for? Do you live there? Or are you there on a stag weekend and listen? Well, it's not a weekend, is it? It's through the week. But I love a bit of Blackpool. We've got a message here from Alan Guest. If the Heat play as well as he did against Newcastle and Sunderland, we should have a good game. We certainly should, and hopefully tonight with that lineup, it does look like it is going to be a back five with the back three of Tinkler, Story, and Kenton Richardson, with Connor Panny on the left wing back and Jordan Hunter right wing back. Regan Booty looks like he's going to be in midfield with Ed Francis and Ed Francis and 1 second, I can't see his name there. With Ed Francis and Ollie. And then it'll be Stephen Wern and Ian Rutledge up top. But if that isn't the case, we will tell you when the teams line up. But that's how we're guessing it at the moment. And for Harrogate, we'll be doing that as well. Someone's put, Alan guesses, but the Kings come in handy. They certainly do if you want to listen to some good music, that is. Right, so we would like to hear from you wherever you listen from. If you're a Harrogate Town fan as well, please do send us a message. We'd love to hear from you. The Town and Weir stand is filling up here. And so we've got a few. Two of the gated ladies in. Dion Slade is to our left. We did ask her to join on co-coms. It looks like we're going to be on our own today. We couldn't get any of our regulars to join us, so you just stuck with me. But hopefully it should be an absolutely fantastic evening. And Crystal Stories put, listening from Hexham. It's been miserable here all day. And, well, as I say, looking to the north of Gateshead Stadium, just over the River Tyne, towards Newcastle Way, there is a lot of dark clouds over that way. But to our south, there's the odd break in the cloud. But as Mike Williamson gets a nice warm round of applause from the fans as he makes his way out to the dugout. We're moments away from the teams coming out. Remember, share the podcast and subscribe and let us know where you are in the world. And we are moments away from kickoff, and hopefully we're in for an entertaining evening. And as I mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, it is going to be a great week for the podcast. We have 3 of the newer players joining us on Thursday evening, 8 p.m. on our YouTube channel here. So subscribe, don't miss it. We're going to be talking to Jordan Hunter, Stephen Wern, and Regan Booty, as well as talking about this game and also previewing the South Shields game. But here we are. The teams are coming out now onto the pitch. Greg Ollie leads out Gateshead with the captain's armband. And this is how Gateshead line up this evening even. Archie Mayer wearing number 1, Robbie Tinkler number 2, Kenton Richardson number 5, Louis Story wears 6, Jordan Hunter 16, Connor Panner 17, Regan Booty 18, Ed Francis wears number 8, Stephen Wern wears 19 shirt, the captain Greg Ollie number 10, and Aidan Rutledge number 12. On the bench for Gateshead is a trialist wearing number 13, Marcus Denanga, Elliot Forbes, Carl Magny, Ollie Thompson, Larry Kasani, and another 2 trialists. This is how the visitors line up here today. Is Lewis Thomas in goal. Josh Falcon is the captain wearing number 4. Warren Burrell, Dean Cornelius, Abraham Udu, Matt Daly, Sam Florian, Ant O'Connor, Jack Muldoon, Cian Ramsey, and Liam Gibson make up the starting lineup. On the bench is Mark Oxley, Joe Mattick, Will Smith, George Forshaw, Matty Follos, George Horby, Luke Armstrong, of course, familiar name to Gateshead, Emmanuel Imrasini, and Mason Wilson and Finn O'Boyle. And as mentioned earlier on, our referee this evening is Andrew Kitchen, and his assistants are Dan Woodard and Matt Sowerby and Tony Harrington, if anyone's interested, a fourth official. But that's all the names and riders. That's what we're going to be doing here. All the runners and riders are named, and we're going to be getting underway. Gateshead are going to be kicking it off, shooting towards the River Tyne, and Harrogate in their all blue strips are shooting towards the Felon End, and Gateshead in their new Patrick shirts, available very soon. You can order yours on pre-order now from the Gateshead website. But we're underway, and Robbie Tinkler, who's playing left of the back 3. This plays back Archie Mayer, who's good 10 yards outside his box, plays it out to the far side. Gateshead just get it under control and play it back to Story. Kenton Richardson plays it all the way back to Mayer inside the Gateshead 18-yard box. Carries the ball forward himself just outside the box. Take a sweeper here, lays it out to Ed Francis. Tinkler plays it inside to Booty. Booty's ball intercepted though, and Harrogate's nearly managed to get in, but they've got the ball back. It's number 9. It's Odu who tries to cross the ball in. It goes out for a corner, and Gateshead just caught with a little bit of sloppy passing at the back. Well, there's a few people going for predictions of first goal scorer. But Gateshead have to defend a corner here. Opening minutes of the game. Cornelius is going to take this corner on our right-hand side. Puts it in towards the penalty area, nodded away. Just the edge of the box, not fully cleared yet. Falls back to Cornelius on right-hand side. It is going to be Florian who has the ball. Takes it down to the dead ball line. He goes past Ollie, plays it back across. Cut back across, cleared by Gateshead though, and they can pass it out from the back. And now Booty plays it down the line for Wern. And Wern's going to chase onto this. He's got the ball. He's got two players with him. He's still going right on the right-hand touchline, and he wins a throw-in for his trouble. And that was great play. He had nowhere to run into, but he managed to get the ball off a blue shirt and out for a throw-in, level with the corner of the box on our left-hand side here. As Robbie Tinkler strides down the touchline here to pick the ball up. Now, Tinkler has the ball. He's under pressure though. His ball wasn't the greatest and it's been picked up by Odu, who was fouled by Tinkler, trying to win the ball back. It's a free kick just in front of the dugout. Quickly taken though, and the offside flag goes up as Muldoon was on the shoulder of Louis Story, where he just went a little bit too early there. Stephen Crosby would like to see Rutledge get a few in this game, get his confidence up. Well, he got a goal in the interrupted game on Friday night, and he's looked quite handy against Premier League and Championship opposition in pre-season. Gates have a throw just near the visitors' dugout. As Robbie Tinkler gets the ball from the ball boy. Quickly throws it to Story. Story plays it back to Mayer. In his dashing pink strip. Ball played forward by Kenton Richardson. Rutledge tries to hold it up. Ball passed all the way back through to Lewis Thomas, who's in a classic green goalkeeper's strip. Now striding forward is Liam Gibson. Has to turn, plays it inside to Cornelius. Cornelius all picked up by Gateshead though, and Rutledge on the far side. He's just dispossessed. He just ran into a blue shirt, but the ball's going to fall. Well, Hunter lets it run out, and it's a throw-in on the far side, about 20 yards inside the Harrogate half on the far side. Gateshead just letting the ball go around the back to Tinkler. Gateshead very comfortable with the ball at the back. Has been the way for the last 3 or 4 seasons. Liking the goalkeeper involved as he is now. As Mayer comes out there. Getting flashes of the Colombian keeper Higuita there. Great with the ball at his feet. As now Pani gives the ball back to Tinkler. Tinkler can give it to Francis. Back to Tinkler. Good pressure from Harrogate though. Closing down. But Mayer has the ball outside of his area. Gives it to Regan Booty. Ollie now can turn. He's got Hunter on the right-hand side who he uses. Hunter just cuts into it. Plays it back to the halfway line where Kenton Richardson was waiting. Francis sees it across the other side of the pitch to Tinkler. Gateshead moving the ball well, but the ball intercepted, but falls back to Tinkler. Mayer, who is playing more like a central defender here. He's out his box, but the ball over towards Jordan Hunter just had too much on it, and out it goes for a throw-in. And I'm going to sneeze 1 second. There we go. Didn't do it in the mic. If we can get a bless you in the chat, that would be very nice. Throw taken on the far side by Harrogate. Ball rolls out of play. Gibson lets it go out for a throw. He has the ball aloft now. Plays inside to Cornelius. Gibson now goes for a cross-field punt here, and that's just going to stay in there. His blushes have been saved there by Ramsey. Ramsey's ball forward. Bounces over Udu's foot, but picked up midfield by Harrogate. Falconham manages to get the ball across to Gibson, who can get up towards the halfway line, crosses it. He's looking for a runner in front of him. As Gateshead do very well to win possession back, and now Kenton Richardson can give it to Francis. Back to Louis Story. Takes a touch, carries it forward, dinks it over the top towards Ollie. Lovely touch out to Hunter, who good control, but he's under pressure, lays it off. Ball played back now, and Gateshead can build from the back again. Mayer comes out his box and gives it over to Robbie Tinkler. Tinkler, nice little ball to Ed Francis, left-hand side. Crosses the halfway line, looks to play it inside, goes for a crossfield ball. It's a beauty if Hunter can get there. He can. Can he control it? There's Ollie in the box. He's under pressure, but he turns and goes for a shot. And, well, when he went to kick it, the ball wasn't really there. If he got a touch of it, it was with his laces. And a foul's being given by the referee. Story judged to have pushed Cornelius down there, and he blatantly did. 8 minutes gone, 0-0 here at Gateshead International Stadium. That reminds us to put the score up on the screen. So if there's any Harrogate fans tuned in, please do let us know whereabouts you're listening from. Of course, I know some will be in Harrogate, but there may be some on holiday. As the ball comes over to Udu, offside flag goes up. Close one, that. We're not blessed with replays here. But it's still dry here. BBC weather website didn't get that right. But Mayer goes for a crossfield ball to Hunter. Hunter keeps it in, chests it down, plays the ball forward to Ollie. Ollie's quickly under pressure, but he pulls the ball out to Hunter. Hunter tried to get it inside to Rutledge. And now, Rutledge has good pressure there. Can he get the ball? He's done very well, Rutledge. And, well, appeals for a penalty there. And Harrogate now can scramble the ball clear through the keeper, Thomas, over the top. This is a dangerous one. Muldoon's touch was fantastic. And there was Kenton Richardson just to stab the ball away from him and take it away. Lovely play to play it inside to Robbie Tinkler. The time in where stand shows its appreciation. Well read by Kenton. Well, Mayer gets the ball back. Certainly adds a new dynamic, the way Mayer is very comfortable with the ball. Nearly part of the back five. As Ollie chests the ball down to Francis. Francis now can give the ball to Kenton Richardson. Tinkler just on the edge of his own area. Back to Mayer. Mayer plays it across to Story, who's on the right-hand side of the pitch. Back inside to Mayer. Good pressure from Harrogate, closing down the angles, but Gateshead just passing it around, and Francis just a bit overzealous there with the pass to Story, and over his head it went and out for a throw near the corner flag on the far side. We've got Darren Walden tuned in from the Irish Sea. We'll see there's someone else not too far away from you in Blackpool. See if they can put the phone light on from the shore and you can see them. As Gateshead try and win the ball back. The ball goes back out of play for another throw to Harrogate on the far side. So Gateshead's pre-season so far has been very good tests. Championship side, Premier League side and an EFL side here as Gateshead just managed to stab the ball away. Hunter lays it back to Story. Story, well, the ball there went out off Booty. Another throw, third throw from a very similar position for Harrogate. Daly turns, plays it down the line to Gibson. Gibson has to play it all the way back and gets a good pressure, but a lovely turn there from Falconham. Ball across to Udu. He's got the overlap here if he wants it. He turns his man though. Still in possession, cuts into the middle, lays it off, but there was Ed Francis to intercept. And Gateshead looking to get the ball forward, but there wasn't anything on, and Pani just calmly played it back to Kenton Richardson, who stands over the ball now, corner of the box. Left-hand side. Rutledge tried to drop deep and the ball has been intercepted, and now they can try and break on the far side, and it's Florian dispossessed by Ollie on the edge of the box, and Harrogate tried to be dissected here, and they have been. What a beautiful ball. Stephen Wern, can he get to this one? Udu comes back to cover, does very well. The ball from Ollie nearly got Wern through, but great cover and play from Kane Ramsey. Ball forward. Ed Francis in a tackle with the Harrogate captain. Gateshead can get the ball under control though. Panny, nice little bit of footwork, lays it inside to Booty. Booty now plays the ball through for Rutledge. Oh, lovely vision. Rutledge appreciates it, but it went all the way through to Lewis Thomas. That was a lovely bit of vision there. And someone's put, there's nobody going to hit by a metal bottle again. No one has one balancing above my head, thankfully. Thomas clears the ball from the edge of his area, right up there. Gateshead win the header. Ollie, Hunter linking up well. Hunter now on the right-hand side, carries forward the ball. He's got on the inside. Oh, the ball was just too much on it. He had Rutledge and Ollie and Wern all striding forward. The delivery wasn't the best. 13 minutes gone. It's 0-0 here at Gateshead International Stadium. Pre-season friendly between Gateshead and Harrogate Town. Kick from his hands right up the pitch from Thomas. And now nodded back by Kent Richardson to Archie Mayer, who's looked very impressive in pre-season. Of course, if you're new to Gateshead and don't know much about Archie Mayer, he's on loan from Norwich City. Lovely ball to Rutledge. Rutledge now sees the ball forward. Oh, the Gateshead are just finding the gaps, but the final ball through, just too much on it for Ollie, and Lewis Thomas can just get the ball. But no Archie Mayer on loan from Norwich City. He did have some heroics at the end of last season for Notts County in the penalty shootout. That's seen them gain promotion to the Football League. There's Lewis Thomas. Another massive kick from the edge of the area, but Gateshead pick it up midfield. Now Wern just turns and holds it up. He's going to get it to Ed Francis, who turns as well, lays it out to Panny here on the left-hand side. Panny looks up. Now, he gets past his man, drives forward with it, cuts inside with the ball. He's going to have to find a white shirt. Lays it inside to Booty. Booty, lovely vision out to Hunter on the far side. Hunter up against Gibson, plays it back inside to Booty. Booty now across to Ed Francis. Ollie turns inside, gives it to Panny. Booty now to Francis. Gateshead moving backwards with the ball, but still in possession. Tinkle inside his own half. He's got a hell of a radar on him, has Regan Booty. Seems to know where everybody is at every second. But Gateshead, Mayer plays it across to Story, back to Mayer on the edge of his area. Gateshead, some quality possession here. The ball forward finds Rutledge. Rutledge gives it to Francis. Francis out to Ollie on the left-hand side now. Just inside the Harrogate half. Plays it back to Tinkler. Ed Francis. They must have had about 20 passes here, Gateshead, unchallenged. Booty drops deep, gives it back to Mayer. Oh, a wayward pass there from Mayer and Muldoon. Gateshead managed to get back in numbers to block any attempt there, and the offside flag went up, and Harrogate really should have capitalised better there. But Gateshead did well to get bodies in front of the Harrogate number 18 and his teammates around him. Free kick though to Gateshead on the edge of their own area. Well, Tinkler on the ball. Back to Mayer. Mayer across to Story. Story has options in front of him. Uses Ed Francis. Ed Francis picks out Booty. Booty now gives it to Ollie. Ollie has Panny, but he cuts inside with the ball back to Booty. Tinkler just in front of the dugout, puts a ball through the middle. Seen the run of Ollie. Well intercepted there, though, by Harrogate. And now Muldoon can try and get the ball moving forward. Sorry, it wasn't. It was Daly. Ball played all the way back to Thomas, who his clearance is going to go the halfway line. Panny wins the header. He's going to win the second header. Gets it to Tinkler. And the ball through hits Story, and now Muldoon can play it through for Udo, and now Daly one-on-one with the keeper, but Archie Mayer, quick off his line, made himself big and smothered the ball. Good goalkeeping. But Gateshead just need to be switched on with this passing at the back. It was an accident there, that Story got in the way there. Kenton Richardson plays the ball forward. And it's fell to Rutledge. Rutledge now lays it off. Booty looks to play Panny on this left-hand side. It's a good ball. Ollie's in the middle. And good recover and play by Ramsey. And it's got a foul for his troubles as well against Connor Panny. But that was a lovely pass from Booty. As I mentioned before, he seems to have a radar built in. Those grey skies seem to be getting darker to our left over Baker and Walker. It is absolutely pitch black over there. Some big, heavy grey clouds. But Tinkler wins the header. Panny's going to be able to chest it down, brings it. He didn't. It just bounced out in front of the Gateshead dugout. Throw into Harrogate. Well, like all of Gateshead's pre-season games thus far, it's been played at a great pace. Got a feel of a league game about it. Both teams going for it. The crossing by Muldoon. And Jordan Hunt nods it back there. Florian was coming in at the back post and a whole lovely vision there. And now Stephen Wern's got the ball. Mayer had given a great distribution. Rutledge turns. Can he lay it back off? He can. Stephen Wern gives it to Tinker on the halfway line, who's got Panny and acres of space. Panny gets a good first touch. He's up against Udo, and now back to Tinkler. Tinkler carries it forward, back to Panny, who's hugging this left-hand touch line. Halfway inside the Harrogate half, but it's played all the way back to Story, just inside his own half. Back to Mayer. And Mayer, he's about 35 yards out there. Gives it to... It's Jordan Hunter has the ball now. Now Kenton Richardson. We've been asked as many away fans there is to our left. I think there's about, I'd say about 30 from where I can see here. There might be more. There's Greg Ollie. It's a ball to Panny. Panny back to Tinkler. Left-hand side of the pitch. This is all happening on. Booty. Nice ball to Ollie. Ollie tried to lay it off there. And it's been cleared by Harrogate. Throw in to Gateshead just on the halfway line between the dugouts. Booty. Nice touch and plays it back to Story. 20 minutes gone, 0-0 in this pre-season encounter between Gateshead and Harrogate. There's Mayer, 35 yards out. Lovely ball to Wern. Wern brought it down, but just dispossessed. Florian plays it inside, but only as far as Booty. And Booty gets it out to the left-hand side. Halfway line, Panny takes a touch, carries it forward. Sees Ollie in space. Lovely touch from Ollie. First touch, edge of the area, goes for a shot. Didn't get any power on it. Skimmed along the grass, and Thomas was easy there to gather it up. But nice football. When Ollie turned, he couldn't really get onto his right foot any better to get any power. There's two blue shirts there. But nice fluid football from Gateshead. Carving open a chance as the ball bounces through to Mayer. And he's going to roll this one out to Robbie Tinkler on the edge of the area. Tinkler gives it to Ed Francis, back to Tinkler. So we normally used to seeing Tinkler playing on the right-hand side of the back three. He's on the left-hand side tonight and looks just as comfortable. We said last season that at times Louis Story is a Rolls Royce of a player when he passes the ball out, but so is Robbie Tinkler. But now Stephen Wern just holds the ball up, plays it back to Ed Francis. Ed Francis plays a crossfield ball to Tinkler, to Panny in acres of space. Back to Tinkler now. Tinkler plays it through to Rutledge. Rutledge laid it off to Francis. Francis out to Panny. Nice passing from Gateshead. Just to need to get more of a target man in and around the area. As we've just seen a flash to the far side. There's a bit of lightning there. Ball over the top. And now Panny's going to chase it down. Bounces out though. And as I mentioned to the far side, or left, dark clouds. Did just see a flash there. But there's no rain. No rain as yet. And there's the thunder. There's a rumble. Don't know if it's audible on the mic. But Ramsey stands. He wants a target to aim at with this throw-in. Launches it down the line. Muldoon tried to backhead it on. It went back to Ramsey, who clears it onto the far side. Florian's going to chase for this one. Laid it off to Gibson. Cornelius plays it back. And Burrell gives it back to Gibson. Gibson can try and open up down the left-hand side. He's striding forward. Gets a player weren't sticking to him like glue. Ball inside to Florian. Comes off Booty and out for a throw on the far side. Well, of course, our visitors, they played our neighbours South Shields, who we play on Friday night. They come out 6-1 winners in that game. As Gateshead intercepted. Francis now, if he looks up, he's got Rutledge in front, and he's also got Ollie, who takes a touch. Out there, the ball to Francis, to Panny wasn't the greatest, but Panny's still trying to get to it after he's upended. Muldoon, no good first touch. Now he's going to send the ball off for Florian. Oh, Kent Richardson, telescopic leg. Archie Mayer manages to get it to Hunter as well, keeping it in play. Kent Richardson under pressure from Muldoon. Gets past him though, lays it off to Hunter. Quick feet, quick decisions being made by Gateshead. As Story gets the ball to Kent Richardson near the corner flag on the far side. And it has went very dark all of a sudden above here at Gateshead Stadium. The floodlights are on, but it's a noticeable change in the brightness here. Ramsey crosses the halfway line with the ball. Udo plays it to Captain Falkenham, plays it down the line. Muldoon kind of keep it in. Sorry, it's Daly. Getting them too confused. Apologies, everybody. And a foul by Francis on Udo. And it's a free kick about 5 yards inside the Gateshead half. And I'm starting to feel a little bit of rain. We haven't seen any more lightning flashes or thunder since that one before. But 25 minutes in, Gateshead 0, Harrogate 0. Ball over the top though. Udo's a mile offside. There goes the flag up. And it's a free kick to Gateshead. Once again, a big thank you to everyone that has tuned in here this evening. Be sure to be with us for the opening day of the season. In the stand, that is. That's the best place to be. Gateshead take on Boreham Wood, August 5th. And then, would you believe it, on September 2nd, Gateshead are on the telly. Formerly known as BT Sports, TNT. Gateshead will be live against Oldham, 5:30 kickoff. If anyone from TNT is listening, would you like a commentator? Only biased sometimes, as the ball across to Tinkler to Story. Story gives it to Booty. Booty back to Mayer. As I mentioned before, the wind is starting to get up here now as well. Seeing a noticeable change as Mayer's outside his area. Gives it to Ollie. Ollie slipped there, and now Daly gets the ball in midfield. Comes up against Booty, but manages to get across to Florian on the far side. Gibson comes to the underlap. He doesn't use him though. Florian still got there now. Daly, can he get through? Lays it back to Muldoon. The ball wasn't the greatest, and Gateshead can pass their way out of defence as Francis has the ball now. Ollie, he's got vision to pass the ball. Florian does very well to put him off and get a little touch to that, and Cornelius can pick it up in midfield. He plays it back to Burrell. Burrell gets it again out to Gibson. And, Gateshead back in possession. Hunter plays it forward to Rutledge. He's got time and space to turn. He's got Panny. He's on but now he gets it out now to Stephen Wern, right-hand side. Can he get a delivery? And just throws it down the dead ball line. Back to Hunter. Hunter looks, plays the cross in and cleared by the blue shirt. And now they try and move now as Muldoon bends his run, but Archie Mayer's come out and he's going to poke this out of play. He doesn't. He puts it right down the line there, and Paddy manages to get to the ball, and Gateshead get themselves back in possession. Great stuff. For a moment, the ball from Mayer thought it was just going to fall to Ramsey. Would have been an audacious shot from the halfway line from that position, but Paddy was there. But at the moment, Mayer plays it to Wern, who opens up. He's got options, plays a nice ball across to Panny. Panny chests it down up against Ramsey. Can he create something? Lays it off to Ed Francis. Now Panny gets the ball, plays it back down the line though to Tinker on the halfway line. Mayer is about 45 yards out here. It's like having another defender. As Mayer gets a touch now, he can look to get this ball moving forward. As the wind is starting to pick up still here as well. Don't have any rain as yet, but it's very dark above us. Ball over the top, that's asking too much of Rutledge. The ball bounces though, and it did hold up. Burrow plays it back, and Rutledge is going to close down Thomas. Thomas, his kicking's been impeccable so far this evening, and the ball is just bounced away from Story, but he does well to get back in front of Muldoon. Gets it to Mayer. Mayer to Tinkler. Tinkler back to Story here. Gateshead with zonal passing, and they're doing very well as Panny can now play it forward. Ollie leaves it to Rutledge. That's good stuff. Now Ollie's got the ball. It's 4-on-4. Ollie, he's got the ball out to Hunter, and uncharacteristically, Ollie puts the ball out of play there. Just put it behind Hunter. That could have been a very dangerous situation, but unfortunately, a wayward pass has a throw in to the visitors, Harrogate. Well, the sub-bench for Harrogate, they're looking at the weather to our left. There's extra seats next to the dugouts. They've decided to go into the stand here. I think they're expecting a downpour as well. So, but the Gateshead lads, they're hard. They're still sitting on their chairs. Waiting for his throw to be taken on the far side. Gibson launches it up, but the header won by Kenton Richardson. Nodded down by Wern to Ollie. Rutledge tries to put it forward for the oncoming player, but Gateshead pick it back up in midfield. Ed Francis gets it to Panny. Panny's got space here to run into. Lifts his head up. He looks wisely, passes it back to Francis. Francis back to Tinkler. Well, Ed Francis in possession now, just in front of the Gateshead dugout. Tinkler. Gateshead with a lot of possession thus far in this game. 31 minutes we're into. And now Story. Oh, a big flash on the far side behind the east stand. But Gateshead still in possession. Ball back to Story inside his own half. Francis just turns, lays it off to Booty. Booty with lovely vision. There was that radar again. Out to Panny. Panny can drive forward with the ball. He's got options in front of him. He's still going. Panny lays it off to Ollie. Ollie out to Wern. Wern tries to go for a curling shot, but it deflects out to Tinkler. Tinkler gets it inside to Panny. Panny back to Tinkler. And Gateshead, well, the ball is just sticking to them like glue at the moment. And they can try and build again through Tinkler. Back to Mayer. Appeals to shoot from the crowd when Mayer was in possession of the ball. Crossfield ball to Story. He's under pressure. Oh, and Florian just couldn't get a touch of that ball, and Gateshead can turn defence into attack now as Hunter. Sorry, it was Booty. Tried to get to Hunter. Panny's found himself on the right-hand side at this moment in time. Story gives it to Francis. Back to Story. Well, Gateshead, as the rain now starts to pelt down on the Gateshead track, but Gateshead on the attack. There's now Ollie, left-hand side. Can he get a delivery in? There's not anyone there for it to challenge it, and Harrogate can get the ball away, but Francis trying to win the ball from Daly. Daly's ball to Muldoon, as Muldoon does very well, but he was being held, and a big flash of thunder, lightning across behind the east stand. We're starting to get that. Well, that is there is the thunder, but free kick was tried to be taken quickly there, trying to beat Mayer off his line, but the referee says bring it back. Ball across to Gibson, brings it down, gets it under control and lays it back to Burrell. Burrell plays it across to O'Connor. O'Connor's ball forward to Muldoon. First time touch puts it over for Udu to chase onto, but Panny's there just to pass it back to Mayer. Mayer puts it through the legs of Udu and Muldoon, and it's going to went past there. And that's the danger Gateshead have when they play out from the back. They're very comfortable with the ball, but you've got to make it count when you pass it in and around the area. And they got off with one there as Muldoon just pulled it wide of the far post. And, well, it's a risky business, but when it pays off, it's beautiful to watch. When you get a scare, it's frightening. As Mayer now gives it to Booty. Booty lays it back to Story. There's a high press here from Harrogate. Booty, though, turns, plays the ball forward to Francis. Lovely stuff. Hunter gives it to Kenton Richardson. Kenton Richardson under pressure, though, plays it across to Mayer. Mayer, it's got a fantastic first touch. Mayer lays it off to Story in turn. And Francis turns with the ball, gets it out to Hunter. Hunter, nice touch to Wern. Wern now can look up, tries to get the ball to Rutledge. And O'Connor done very well. And the ball is going all the way back to Thomas. There's a throw into Harrogate on the far side. But I can hear thunder in Sunnyside. In Washington, no sign of rain yet. Well, that rain, as quick as it came, has left. So there we go. Well, I'll say Mickey's letting us know that Daly used to play for Woking, but Gateshead on the attack. Rutledge puts it out to the far side, and now Hunter, what can he do? He just turns on the far side, still in possession of the ball, picks out Regan Booty. Booty has Tinkler in space if he wants to use him, but he's looking to play the ball forward, gets it across this side of the pitch to Panny, left-hand side. He's up against Ramsey, but plays it down the line to Tinkler. Tinkler now plays it inside to Rutledge, who just couldn't hold it up, dispossessed. And now Daly plays the ball across to Florian on the far side, and Udu is offside if he plays the ball forward here. Still offside, but Florian just turns back with the ball. Cornelius plays it back to Burrell. Gibson. Gibson's going to play it all the way back to Thomas. And it's to Ramsey, right-hand side. O'Connor. Back to Ramsey. Gateshead's closing down the angles there, making them pass the ball back. So we've got another little rumble of thunder in the distance. I don't know if it's audible on the mics, but I think, touch wood, don't want the commentator's curse, I think we've had the storm go around us. Ramsey back to O'Connor, all inside the Harrogate half at the moment. Crossfield ball to Gibson. He's in space. Wern goes over. But Gibson carries the ball forward. Cornelius plays it back to Burrell. Harrogate enjoying a spell of possession here as Daly plays it back to O'Connor. Plays a ball over the top for Florian, who was offside. Flag went up straight away. And they're not having much success with that at the moment, Harrogate, but you can see what they're trying to do, and if they time it right, they'll create a chance. 37 minutes gone, and it is 0-0. Fairly open game. Gateshead with a lot of possession, not carving out any chances as yet, other than a lackluster shot from Greg Ollie. Wasn't troubling the goalkeeper. As Kenton Richardson has the ball. Back to Story, across to Mayer. Mayer takes a touch, looks to keep the ball moving as Booty plays it across to Tinkler. Tinkler to Connor Panny. Connor Panny, well, caught dawdling there as Ramsey takes the ball off his feet. Udu now can try and do some nice little lay back to Ramsey. The ball in there, and Gateshead managed to head it clear. Hunter picks it up. Stephen Wern was dispossessed. Daly's got the ball. He's going to go for a shot. No, he gets it across to Udu. Udu's in space. Can he get a shot? He's up against a couple of players. Muldoon pulls the trigger. It's deflected out. Well, as far as Gibson puts it out to Florian on the far side, left-hand side of the box. Harrogate enjoying the ball at the moment as Gibson plays it down the line. Cornelius inside. Florian. Wayward pass and Gateshead in possession now as Booty gives it to Ollie. Ed Francis. Booty plays it back to Story. And now, game just slowed down somewhat in the pace. The urgencies from both sides. We're not seeing the fast nature of what we had in the opening 30 minutes. Gateshead trying to pass it around as Florian nearly dispossesses Story. But Story managed to get it to Kenton Richardson, who puts it over the top. Rutledge beaten in the air. Didn't get off the ground, but Gateshead can pick it up in midfield as Rutledge does well to win it back. Gets it to Francis now. The ball sticks to Whelan like glue. He's still going. Whelan puts it out to the left-hand side now of the area. What can Panny do? Panny cuts inside. Can he lead off? Was he upended? Appeals for a penalty, but the ball did come away with a Harrogate foot as Udu now drives forward, lays the ball back. Daly puts it out to Ramsey on the right-hand side. Can he get a delivery in? He's down towards the corner flag. Has to hold it up. Tinkler's there to close it down. It's passed all the way back to the captain, Falkenham. Cornelius. Back over the halfway line into the Harrogate half. O'Connor receives the ball from Burrell. Falkenham now, he's seen the movement in front of him. Udu drops deep. Back to Falkenham, and Harrogate happy just to stay in possession and play it all the way back to Thomas. O'Connor. Falkenham drops deep and gives it back to his goalkeeper. Have I said Whelan? I meant to say Wern. Apologies there. So that's why you need Mark Grovers to get it right. As Mayer comes out his area and manages to pick out Booty. Booty picks out Panny, left-hand side. Panny plays it inside to Ollie, back to Panny. Panny plays it back to Booty. Booty just dances past and gives it to Story. Francis in the centre circle. Kenton Richardson. Back to Francis. Gateshead just happy to pass it around the back. Mayer gets a touch. Gives it to Tinkler. Now Panny. Rutledge was shouting for it, but Panny gives the ball to Booty. Back to Panny. Oh, plays the ball back to Mayer. Mayer's outside his area, controls it. Apparently there's no thunder and rain in Shrewsbury. It's good to know. There's Wern. Lays the ball out to Kenton Richardson. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Rutledge, but O'Connor's there just to Played across to Ramsey. Panny was on the back of Ramsey there, but he cleared the ball. As Falkenham. Gibson keeps it in on the far touchline, but his ball bounces off Wern's chest, but Gibson can still come away with the ball. He's twisting and turning Gibson, but Gateshead win the ball back through Wern. Francis picks it up. Booty. Now, if he looks across, there's Panny with the run. He's more central here. Panny driving forward with the ball, tries to lay it forward to Rutledge, but he was behind the blue shirt and made it difficult. But Udu now, right-hand side, driving forward with the ball up against Tinkler. He's on the edge of the area, cuts inside with the ball, but couldn't pick out a blue shirt, and Story can calmly play it back to Archie Mayer, who dinks it to Panny. Panny nearly slipped, manages to get the ball to Booty though. And now Francis has the ball in the centre, drives forward with it into the centre circle. He's got Ollie just in front of him, who he uses. Sorry, it isn't, that's Wern. Wern out to Hunter. Lays it back to Kenton Richardson. Ed Francis. And Gateshead just happy to pass it around, and Mayer gets another bit of possession here. 45 yards out, goes for a ball up towards, and it nearly got through. O'Connor's touch wasn't the greatest, and Burrell has to play it back to Thomas, and Thomas's kick does find Udu. Panny manages to win the ball, and it gets it. Ollie, now he's in the centre. He's going to play it there to Wern. And Wern just slipped there as he went for it. Got to make these pay. These balls forward. Florian manages to dance over a player. He's still going with it up against Kenton Richardson now. Left-hand side corner of the box. Plays it into the middle. There was Story just to poke it away. Wern can bring it under control though and get the ball to Rutledge. Rutledge didn't look and played it out to Gibson for Harrogate. Now Burrell can pick out Ramsey, who's in space on the right-hand side. We've got 2 minutes of normal time remaining here in the first half. 0-0. It's been a battling performance from both sides as Udu's going to try and keep this ball in the dead ball lane. He does. Plays it back to Captain Falkenham. Falkenham tries to pick out the run of Daly down there, and it's a good idea, and Daly appreciated that one, but it goes out for a goal kick. Well, on the weather report, it went a little bit brighter above us, and it looks like the storm has bypassed us here at Gateshead International Stadium thus far. Hopefully, it stays that way. As Gateshead have the ball with Mayer inside his area. Francis. There's the ball back to Story. The ball is going to make its way to Wern. Now Kenton Richardson. Story goes for a long ball over the top. O'Connor wins the header. Gets it to Burrell. Burrell under pressure from Rutledge, but he turns, goes the other way and plays the ball up the line as Florian keeps the ball in. Falkenham. Across to Ramsey. He's got space. He's got Udu in front of him as well on the right-hand side. He's got Muldoon in the centre. Plays the ball for Muldoon. Well, offside flag went up, and that one was a close one. I wouldn't like to have been them to have called that. His finish was lovely, but the offside flag had been lifted. It's a free kick to Gateshead. Still seeing the odd flash of lightning in the distance, this time more towards Sunderland way. As Gateshead now play the ball around the back with Archie Mayer in possession. We've got 5 seconds of normal time remaining. Can't see there being much added on here. The referee looks at his watch, but Wern, and there we go. There is the half-time whistle. It's been a good run out so far. Not that many chances created. A couple of hair-raising moments at the back from Gateshead, but that's the style we play. That's the risk we take. But at the moment, Gateshead looking very good against EFL opposition, and we'll see how this one commences in the second half. We'd love to know where you're listening from as well, and also please like and subscribe. We are going to go quiet for about 10 minutes, so don't worry, we will be back for the second half. Obviously, a little bit of housekeeping. We'd love you to be involved in the Heed Army podcast this week. We do have Jordan Hunter joining us on the show, as well as Stephen Wern and Regan Booty. So if you'd like to ask them any questions, please join us live Thursday, 8 p.m. And like and subscribe so you get a notification when we go live. Hit that bell. That'd be really helpful for that as well. And also, as well, you can pick up your season tickets. If you do go on the Gateshead FC social media, you will see when they are available to be picked up. I think they're available to be picked up from tonight. And also the Patrick shirts, which are absolutely fantastic. We'd like to say thank you to our partners at Patrick who have decked us out in some lovely podcast merch. I say them shirts are available on the club website, the new home and away strips, and they look absolutely fantastic. So there's the housekeeping done. We will be back in about, as I say, 15 minutes, or not 15 minutes, 10 minutes for the second half. And I can give you a little clue now. The Troilus goalkeeper is warming up for the second half. So there may be a change, and we'll be back in the second half momentarily. Well, we are back. A little weather update. It is starting to pour down here at Gateshead National Stadium. And we are, let's say, at half time. Gateshead 0, Harrogate 0. Been a good test so far, as has all of pre-season. Gateshead, of course, running out winners at Hebburn and then having some great games with Sunderland and Newcastle as the rain is just starting to come in towards us into the main stand here. Of course, Gateshead were winning 1-0 at Dunstan before the incident occurred there. And I say everything's looking really good. But there is one more game left in pre-season. That is on Friday night away to our neighbours down the River Tyne towards the coast. It is going to be, as I say, the final one against South Shields will be another good test. And then the season starts probably on August the 5th. And please do get down here. We've got half-time Dixon pork pie and a coffee without numb feet is a new experience. Well, let's say it is getting quite cold here. For July, this feels more like a March day, I must admit, here at Gateshead National Stadium. And also, apparently give someone a heart attack there. Cow Daly, I nearly jumped out my skin when the commentary came back in. Apologies for that. And hopefully you're having a bit more tropical weather, I think, in Portugal. I think it is where Cow Daly is. So not jealous at all. So we've got so I look down to the running track and the long jump track in front of the stand here. It's a big puddle and it is just full of droplets at the moment. And as the sub players go through their warm-ups for both sides, and it does look as though the trial goalkeeper for Gateshead will be starting the second half as he is being put through his paces out there right now, and he's stripped and ready to go. We've got a message here as well. This one is from Gamer Lad 123. Disappointing, I'm going to miss the opening day of the season due to work. Well, you can listen in to us, Gamer, and we'll give you a shout out as well. And hopefully you can enjoy the match coverage that way on. And if you work in a shop, put it over the tannoy. Everyone would love to hear me scream over the airwaves as people pick up whatever they're doing. But yeah, I'm just having a look there. We've got Simon Lowry and Batty out there, the groundsman. They've been out there with the forks, giving a little prod and poke, but the pitch does look in immense condition, as it always does. It gets to the National Stadium at this time of year. There should be no problems with it now. And wow, let's see. We're glad that he's still with us. I'm just having a Jaffa cake at the moment. Got to keep them sugar levels up. We have had a glut of, I think, ball boys or young fans over here asking if we do the commentary. I say, yeah, we do, and they got very excited. I thought myself, well, you obviously haven't listened to it. You wouldn't be that excited. We've got Davy Steele lightning up on the Isle of May and causing issues with our internet. You're missing Mark. Oh, thanks. Cheers. Is it noticeable? I'd hate to go outside of a metal pole and put it up in the air, Davy. Well, that's me with my sustenance there, with my diet Fanta and Jaffa cake. All ready to go. As I mentioned earlier on as well, as I say, the Heat Army podcast, of course, we don't just do commentary, we do a podcast show. And it is normally scheduled for 8 o'clock on Thursday evenings, and that is no different this week, where we're going to have Jordan Hunter, we're going to have Stephen Wern and Regan Booty joining us. And let's say, no, you need time to eat your Jaffa cake whilst Mark talks. Oh, that's why he was saying it. It wasn't an insult of me doing it by myself. But yes, normally on the commentary we do have someone with us. We were hoping to have somebody join us here on the commentary as a co-commentator, but unfortunately not today. We weren't able to get someone to fill in, but hopefully you're enjoying it all the same. Harrogate fans, we'd love to hear from you as well. Please let us know, say what you're thinking of how your pre-seasons went. We'd love to hear that. But Carl Magny, he's come out in his jacket, and looks like he isn't coming on anytime soon. But he is stripped and ready to go. And apparently, it's lovely out in the Irish Sea. So there we go. And Boiler Sports TV, currently pouring down in Bensham, no thunder or lightning. Well, I think we've only had a little bit of it here. I think it's bypassed us in Central Tyneside. We might have went out to the coast. And we do have, I don't know if he's listening in, Nathan Newton, his band 1083s. They are playing on the tannoy here, Gateshead Lad. And they've been, as I say, on BBC Radio 6 Music. They've been on festivals up and down the country, doing very well. And as I say, supporters of the podcast. And then if you listen to the podcast many years ago when we were only audio, Nathan's other band, Warning, that he was in, provided us the music for the opening sequence of our show. So it's nice that we're supported by a lot of musicians in the Northeast, as we have been by Smooth and Terrell as well. Let's see if you've heard of them. They give us some music as well, which was lovely of them. And we're going to have local artist Kieran Board joining us on the podcast soon as well, hopefully. So, well, Patrick Story has put walking from home, can't be there tonight. And he's put, but dried up in Felon. Well, as I say, I don't know what part of Felon he's in, because from where I'm looking, it looks rather wet, unless he's dried up in the house. Luke Armstrong's out there warming up as well. Of course, had a good loan stint with us a few seasons ago before the troubles, as it were. Fantastic goal scorer, and he's carried on that trait at Harrogate. Well, the ball boys are back out onto the pitch, and they've got their waterproofs on. Well, waterproof jacket, that is. They're all in the shorts, bless them. It's not the greatest day to be out there, but they're out there nonetheless, as we await the teams to come back out for the second half. Just in case anyone thought I was being really posh, these Jaffa cakes aren't real Jaffa cakes. They're the Aldi version. Other options available. Well, we've got Worms and Warriors, Gaming and History. Cheers for the commentary. Tuned in, listening in Bulgaria on holiday. Well, thank you very much. I'm guessing that you are a Harrogate fan. If you are, please let us know. But nonetheless, subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. And if you're new to us, normally do have a co-commentator with me. It's not just me normally rambling, talking about Jaffa Cakes, but it is pre-season, so you know we're getting in the swing of things. And Mickey Barrett, of course, one of the podcast regulars, he's put brilliant player Luke Armstrong, certainly is. Sporting a beard and ponytail these days. That's a Heath fan, regular listener on my other channel, Leftover Venison. Oh, well, there we go. Fantastic. Well, subscribe with both of your channels, please. You know it makes sense. Update on the weather. It is still tipping it down at the moment. The running track in the shine of the lights is just all, as I say, sprinkles of heavy splodges of rain. That's probably the best way to describe it. And it is quite heavy out there. So the pitch is going to be extra slick in the second half. Pitch is holding up very well, as it always does here at Gateshead Stadium. Good drainage. But it is heavy nonetheless. Well, we don't normally go into a food chat here, but Mickey Barris says, but have you tried Joe Nuts, Jaffa Cakes, but donuts? Wow. No, but I would like to try that. I'm not averse to mixing up me Jaffa. Anyone else got any interesting recipes or things that we need to try? But we are waiting for the teams to come back out here at Gateshead International Stadium. It's currently 0-0 in this pre-season encounter. It's been a bit of a regular one over the years, this one. Not a bad one. It's either way, when we've had fixtures down at Harrogate, it's a nice little journey down, nice little journey up, not too bad. And we've been treated to some decent football. But Gateshead are coming back out onto the pitch, as are Harrogate. And we are moments away from the second half starting here at Gateshead International Stadium. And at the moment, I can't see any changes. I do suspect that the trialist goalkeeper is going to be starting the second half. But Rutledge is back out, as are a fair few others. But we'll let you know what the changes are as and when we see them. I can't see any changes for Harrogate at the moment. We are going to see the trialist goalkeeper number 13 come on. Yeah, well, it looks like that's the only changes I can see thus far. And I can't see any for Harrogate at the moment. But we are about to get underway here. Harrogate shooting towards the River Tyne in their, obviously, royal blue strip. It's quite nice. And Gateshead in their beautiful new Patrick strip, inspired by the Angel of the North. Available on the Gateshead FC shop. Go on social media, you'll find links and order yours now. As we were waiting for Jordan Hunter to come back onto the pitch, and there he is, and we're about to go for the second half. We're underway. As Burrell gets a first touch, pings the ball over the top, looking for Muldoon. Ball bounces all the way through, and the trialist goalkeeper number 13 just scoops that up, but rolls it out quickly to Kenton Richardson. Jordan Hunter receives it on the right-hand side, back to Kenton. And now we are with Ed Francis, centre of the park. He's going to put it out to Robbie Tinkler. And apparently Ken Webster's having a beautiful sausage casserole. You don't get this on 5 Live. As now Udu has the ball. Ball played up, but Tinkler can chest it down, control it, and he kicks it all the way back to the goalkeeper, who is under the name of Trialist. Don't know if you can hear the rain in the background over the mic, but it's a constant flow at the moment. There's a ball out to Pani, left-hand side. Plays it inside to Francis. Francis now gives it to Wern. Pani does well to get the ball. Judged to a foul to do there on the far side, but that looked like a 50-50 turn. And the referee said no, it's a foul and it's a free kick.
We'll give you news of any substitutions as soon as they've been confirmed by the clubs.
Out of interest, what kind of sausages? Cumberland, pork, Toulouse? As Burrell has the ball, plays it out to O'Connor. Ramsey can open up down the right-hand side, plays it on for Udu. Panny's there with him, holds the ball up, plays it on for Ramsey. Ramsey's going to cut it back and put it across there. There was no one to stab it in. Florian was there, but it just went through, and it's going to go out for a throw to Gateshead on our left-hand side, about 5 yards from the corner flag. Oh, and someone's messed up with the scoreboard. It went to 2 minutes. We haven't got the full 90-minute clock there. So I'm going to have to do my maths. The ball's been kept in by O'Connor. Pass back to Thomas. Thomas with a great, powerful kick through the middle, but Kent Richardson brings lovely first touch to bring that down and gives it back to Gateshead's trialist goalkeeper, all in pink as well. Tinkler plays the ball out to Pani, left-hand side. Pani plays it back to Tinkler, though. Pitch holding up well in the rain. Has eased off, but still coming down. Not as heavy, though. Story. Back across to Tinkler.
half time.
Ball to Kent Richardson, halfway line. Booty looks up, plays the ball forward, and the ball just wouldn't sit up for Gateshead there. And Ed Francis judged to have fouled Daly there. That was you'd have to see a soft one there. Ollie's over there remonstrating or putting his point across. Well, this device conversation only shows why our commentary is better than 5 Live. I don't know. I'm not going to big myself up too much.
Free kick to be taken. I'll let you know that the 50-50 ticket, the prize has been claimed.
Someone's won the 50-50, people. Apparently, I'd make a great weatherman, says Christopher Story. It's still raining. And it's wet. Would you believe it? Ball up towards Florian there. It's a good ball. Can he keep it in? It's going to sit up for him. And it just skims out. I think if there hadn't have been so much rain, that one might have just stayed in. You got to make us blush, everyone. Much better than 5 Live. We'll say better than 5 Live extra. Let's not big us up too much. As the ball out now to Tinkler. Tinkler plays the ball over the top, looking for the run of Wern. Wern brings it down well. He's up against O'Connor. Wern cuts in with the ball. Still going. Lays it forward now to Ollie. Ollie pulls it back across. Handball. Surely the referee is going to give a corner there. Gobsmacked is Mike Williamson. That was a blatant handball. Wow. Well, Ollie goes over to take the corner on the far side as the fourth official talks to Mike Williamson. Well, everyone in the ground seen that except the referee. Gateshead took the corner and now it's going to be put into the middle, headed away. Booty brings it down. Back to Booty though from Francis. Ball played in there and Ollie couldn't get to it. Now it rolls for a goal kick. Six minutes gone of the second half. Still 0-0. Thomas's kicking's been absolutely fantastic. There's a ball now up towards Rutledge. He wins in the air. O'Connor does well just to get his body in front. And then Ramsey, the right back, plays the ball forward. He's been very good, Ramsey, but he's went down injured there after he kicked the ball. He's still rolling. Still rolling around. And he's in some distress at the moment. Now he seems to be in some bit of pain here. I don't think the referee's buying it because he's walking over very slowly to him. And now the referee says the physio can come on. And they sprint across the pitch. He was rolling around. He did seem to be in some distress, so I hope he is all right. Well, apparently I'm not a weatherman. I'm a Jaffa Cake salesman. So there we go. You're not better than the test match special. That's on 5 Live Extra. Apologies. And away the Heed rule on August, says Ginger Joe. And we do have a break in play while Ramsey does receive treatment on the far side. Former Gateshead loanee Luke Armstrong is warming up down to our left, wearing number 29. Well, he's still receiving treatment, Ramsey. He's up onto his feet and he's a little bit of a hobble there. Well, he's off the pitch and play can resume. Someone's Mickey saying better than Savage and Sutton on 5 Live for definite. Well, do they eat Jaffa Cakes on air? I don't think they do. There's now Story. Oh, his ball just gets through to Ed Francis, who plays it across now to Kent Richardson. In turn, Story puts it across to Robbie Tinkler. Game slowed down the pace somewhat. Booty is under pressure though from Daly. He's went down, no foul given as Daly now lays it off to Udu. Udu goes for the shot and it goes through past the post. And the referee, well, he was right on top of it. I know some fans in the stand were thinking, well, consistency here. It was very similar to some of the fouls that's been given against Gateshead. But as Greg Ollie remonstrates with the linesman on this near side. Gateshead played out from the back to Tinkler. Tinkler still has the ball, plays it inside to Booty. Booty to Richardson. Richardson puts the ball long over the top. Gateshead can pick it up in midfield and they don't, as Hunter was just dispossessed and the ball comes off Hunter for a throw in front of us here between the two dugouts. Apparently saying someone said they've lost sound, if you could let us know. Throw being taken. Hunter has the ball, gives it to Francis. Back to Story. Francis again, Story. Gator looking to get the ball through the middle as Ollie, lovely little touch, gets it to Booty. Now Rutledge lays it off to Ollie, out to Hunter. Good stuff from Gator, getting the ball moving fast. Can Hunter get the ball into the centre? Lays it off to Richardson. Booty. Inside to Francis. Back to Booty. Oh, lovely crossfield ball to Pani. Pani now up against Ramsey. Plays it inside to Francis. Harrogate sitting deep. Looking Gate to break them down as Pani goes for a crossfield ball and lovely stuff. Hunter brings it down. Can he get the cross in? He takes it down, pulls it across. It's a deep one, too deep, and it's going to go for a throw on the far side. Well, looks like Colin Dilbo is the only one with the one with sound issues. Just having a look there, waiting for this throw to be taken on the far side by Harrogate. It's just thought to have a bit of a bright sky in amongst the misty rain to our left. Ball headed forward by Pani, cleared by Cornelius, but falls to Muldoon. Muldoon gets the ball across now to Florian. Florian acres of space on this left-hand side, runs towards the corner of the box. Gets it back in numbers though. And now there has been a substitution. Sorry, Matty Follius is on. And now Florian left-hand side of the box has got acres of space. Can he get a shot? Offside flag goes up. He was in a lot of space and obviously stole a yard or two. And Colin says it was at his end, so had me worried there, Colin, that we had went off. I was wondering if it was a wayward Jaffa Cake crumb that had knocked us off air. Like I could drop the crumb. Right. Ed Francis plays the ball out to the far side. Pani brings it down on the halfway line. Plays it back down the line to Robbie Tinkler. Ed Francis got space to turn now. If he looks up, there's Hunter in acres of space, and Hunter is just going to be beaten to the ball by Flores. And throw into Gateshead, halfway inside the Harrogate half here on the right-hand side. Rain still coming down. It's starting to get a little bit heavier again. Booty holds the ball up well, plays the ball back to Tinkler inside his own half. So rain really does start to get a bit heavier here. Tinkler lays it back to Francis. Francis to Booty. Booty to Story. Ball through the middle this time, looking for the run of Rutledge, and way too much on it, and Thomas can just gather that up easily. Well, Thomas urging his teammates to get higher up the pitch before he takes this one. where he distributes it. He's going to kick it from his hands, edge of the area. Yet again, a lot of distance and height on it, but picked up in midfield. Daly manages to get to Florian, back to Daly. Daly got it to Falconham, now across to Ramsey on the far side, who's made a miraculous recovery. Cuts inside with the ball, he's still going. Just possessed though, and now Gator can try and break. As Rutledge has to hold it up, needs some support, gets it from Hunter, and now Gator can break forward in numbers. Hunter takes it down the right-hand side. He's got, he cuts it back. He did have runners in front of him, but Booty has the ball. Francis is going to look up, and he can see Panny on the far side, but chooses to go through the middle. Oliver, lovely little touch to Wern. Wern now spots Panny in acres of space. Can we get the delivery into the box? Up against, takes down the dead ball line, wins a corner for his troubles. Good stuff from Connor Panny. Nice vision though, to get the ball out there and keep the ball moving. Corner taken short and wasted as Cornelius got that one. Now punted clear by O'Connor. Kent Richardson, the furthest player back, going to get that one there. Remember, please do like the stream as well as subscribe. Someone's give us an unhappy face on Facebook. Arthur Brown, how dare you? Well, now the ball is out with Tinkler. Back to the trailers goalkeeper. And David Trons, but come on the heed. Francis plays the ball forward to Rutledge, whose wayward ball was picked up by Daly, and now Udo on the right-hand side of the box. Great tackle from Robbie Tinkler. Sorry, it isn't. It's it was Kent Richardson. There was a scoop ball up there. Keeper needs his second attempt to get to it, but fantastic tackle from Kent Richardson. Well, ball rolled out to Tinkler. Well, Traders goalkeeper just rolls it out now to Robbie Tinkler with 16 minutes into the second half. As Booty gives it back to Tinkler. Does look like we're going to see the introduction of Luke Armstrong shortly. He's just taken off his jacket. Tinkler with ball over the top, looking for the run of Ollie. Ollie beaten in the air by Burrell. Rutledge wins the header on, but cleared by Harrogate. And now Muldoon can bring the ball down. Holds off Story, gets it to Florian. Florian plays it down the lane. Follows. And he's going to... Well, he's in two minds. Does he want to get back his keeper? He has now, and the kick goes straight out of play. And that was indecisiveness from Matty Follis. But Gates over the throw just in front of their own dugout. Kent Richardson stands with the ball aloft. Booty shows, gets the ball back to him, a crossfield ball there, and Tinkler had to win it, but it falls to Ramsey. Ramsey driving forward now. He's got the ball out now to the captain on the far side for Harrogate. He looks up, there's targets in there, puts a cross in towards the penalty area. There's Ramsey with the header, couldn't direct it on and out. Well, it's been kept in just, and well, in fact, the linesman on the far side says it wasn't kept in, and I'm quite shocked. I don't know how he could see past three players along the line there. But we are going to see the introduction now of Luke Armstrong. Does look like it's going to be for Florian here. And the big number 29 comes on. He's going to go more central. Muldoon going to go to the left. As Denanga makes his way onto the pitch for Rutledge, as does a trialist number 21 has come on for Greg Ollie. Francis picks up the ball, gets it to Whelan. Panny on the far side gives it back to Francis. Francis looks to get the ball to Tananga, holds it up well, gives it back to Whelan. Not Whelan, Wern even, sorry. Panny, far side. Under pressure, gives it back to Tinkler. Booty across to Kenton Richardson. Hunter looks to play the ball back to Richardson. Booty in the centre, keeps the ball moving, gives it to Story. Now the tryless goalkeeper gets the ball up to Ed Francis. Story gets a touch, back to Francis. Gateshead using the player in space when they get the ball. Hunter was on the sprint down the right-hand side. The run wasn't spotted. The ball goes more direct through the middle from the tryless goalkeeper. Denanga's going to help chase this down. Bullis hits the ball up the pitch. Headed by Daly to Muldoon. Muldoon under pressure though.
Substitutions there.
Cornelius plays the ball across to the far side to Ramsey.
Whilst the 12, Sam Follower, being replaced by Luke Armstrong.
Ramsey now plays the ball down the line, looking for the run of Armstrong. Way too much on it, straight through to the tryless goalkeeper. But Ramsey, he looks very dangerous, the right back, once he opens up with the ball. Looks even more dangerous when he's got a target that's steaming forward to aim at. There's now the ball down the left-hand side. O'Connor does well to get the ball back to Thomas, whose ball up to Robbie Tinkler, nodded up to O'Connor. Denanga trying to win the ball back. Denanga does well. Now Gateshead have the ball, but just dispossessed in midfield. And Tinkler won a ball, goes out for a throw on the far side. A little bit scrappy at the moment. Well, the rain stopped, everybody. We're starting to get brighter skies with some dark clouds above us, but there is no rain. As nodded on, Gateshead, Denanga really turning the screw at the top there to try and win the ball back. Thomas clears the ball over the halfway line, nodded on by Armstrong, and Tinkler's there just to get the ball under control. Tinkler gets the ball back, gets past Armstrong, puts it out to the far side. Panny plays it back to the tryless goalkeeper. Kenton Richardson shows for him. Kenton goes long to relieve some of the pressure, but the ball's won by Burrell. Ball comes off a Harrogate thigh and out it is for a Gateshead throw. Halfway inside their own half, maybe a little bit further down the line. Still 0-0 if you're just joining us. We're about 22 minutes into the second half. No clear-cut chances really in this game for either side. Not really making the goalkeepers work. What a tactical chess, trying to open up each other's defences as Daly turns, gets it to Muldoon on the left-hand side, plays it inside to Cornelius. Armstrong turns and runs. The ball out to Daly on the left-hand side. Up goes the flag. And Gateshead's offside trap has worked to perfection this evening so far. As Lou Story ventures over to get the ball for this free kick. Kenton Richardson stands over it, plays it to Story. Story goes long. O'Connor beats Denanga to the ball. Tinkler wins the header in midfield, picked up by Booty. Hunter to Kenton Richardson. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Hunter. Nodded out by Burrell, throw into Gateshead in front of their own dugout. Richardson is going to take this, but we do have a substitution. Looks like Day is going to be coming off. Oh, sorry, Daly, Matt Daly. He's had a good game, and on comes George Forshaw. So Daly, familiar to Gator fans from his time at Woking. He looks a prospect for Harrogate. Booty plays it inside to Francis. Story goes long out to the left-hand side. Can Panny control it? He can. Oh, and just the ball just wouldn't set up for him. And Ramsey now strides away with the ball. He's still going. He goes into space. Looks like Armstrong fell over while trying to get forward, and Gateshead get the ball under control, but they're still under pressure at the back here. Francis turns. Armstrong comes in. Foul on Francis, and it's a free kick to Gateshead. Well, if we're going to see a goal in this game, you think it's going to, well, at the moment, it's going to take a moment of genius, or it's going to be a mess up at the back for either side. It seems to be one of those games at the moment. Ball over the top, looking for the run of the trialist who brings it down. Lovely touch, cuts inside with the ball. He needs to distribute it though. Gets it to Francis. Panny on the left-hand side. Francis just turning though, exploring his options. Kenton Richardson on the halfway line. Gets it to Hunter. Hunter plays it back to Booty. Now Kenton Richardson. All the way back to the trialist goalkeeper, who gives it to Story. Story inside to Richardson. Back to the keeper, who a little bit of footwork there. It's been cleared. Francis turns Cornelius really well. Now Gated on the attack. Can they get this ball moving fast? It is with Wern. Wern looks up. He goes for glory himself, but the ball's going to fall to Connor Panny, who goes for a shot. And Wern, another one. Oh, over the bar from Ed Francis. And that's more like it. Need to move the ball faster into those positions. Well, we'll wait Thomas to take this. He's in no hurry.
Gateshead players leaving the pitch who substitute previously for Connor Panny and Greg Ollie.
Also, Connor Panny's off and trying to see who the player is on the far side. There's a ball nodded on by Armstrong. No, Connor Panny's still on the far side. So I was right. The announcer's got it wrong. As Wern chases down, so does Dinanga. O'Connor under pressure, has to play it back to Thomas. Good pressure from Wern and Dinanga together there. Kenton Richardson brings the ball down, lays it off to the trialist, gets the ball back. Lovely little flick from the outside of the boots to Hunter. Oh, Burrow just gets in front of it. Ball comes off the trialist and out for a throw to Harrogate. And we're going to see another substitution here. It is going to be Elliot Forbes coming on, as is Magne Hassani and Ollie Thompson. Booty leaves the pitch, as will Ed Francis and Stephen Wern. So Ollie Thompson gets another run out in pre-season. The youngster that came through the ranks here at Gateshead, as did Elliot Forbes. Larry Cassani on the pitch as well. And Carl Magny. So Kent Richardson also left the pitch there. Magny slots into the centre of the back three. And the first thing he's got to do is chase down Luke Armstrong, and does very well and bodges the ball out of play. Well, Harrogate not in any hurry to take this throw on the far side. Well, there we go, as Tinkler plays the ball back to the trialist goalkeeper. Gives it to Tinkler. Tinkler puts it out to Panny on the left-hand side. Panny back to Tinkler. Tinkler goes for a ball over the top now, looking for the run of Ollie Thompson. Thompson chases the ball down. He's got it. He's up against O'Connor. Cuts inside, lays it off. Now, back to Thompson. Thompson goes for a curling shot. Keeper fumbles it. It's going to fall to Hunter. 1-0! Calm as you like. It fell to him in space. Ollie Thompson with the initial shot. Denanga seen it go past him, but there was Hunter to put it into the back of the net. Not a bad way to score a goal. As soon as it left his foot, it was going into the corner. And Gateshead 1-0 to the good here at Gateshead International Stadium. Well, that gives us something to talk to him about on the podcast on Thursday evening. As Hunter just gives away a free kick there.
Number 16, Jordan Hunter.
O'Connor on the far side. He's going to play it back to Burrell in the centre. He's got lots of space to run into. As he looks up, Follius is here on the left-hand side. Udu's dropped into the centre to get more of the ball. Plays it out to Ramsey. O'Connor. Back to Ramsey. Gets it applying the pressure. As Ollie Thompson wins the ball. Can Magne pick up the loose one? He can. And Gateshead in possession. Ball over the top, looking for Denanga. O'Connor can bring it down though. And you can see Harrogate trying to go through the gears. Here's the ball. Deflects through and Denanga now. He's going to get into the box. Can he lay it off? Oh, he tries to cut back across, but Ollie Thompson picks up the loose ball. Thompson. Still in possession. Lays it back to Tinkler. Closer to the halfway line than he is to the box. The Sani. He's down to Magne. Tinkler. Gator just slowing it down. Tryless goalkeeper. Very far out his box. Gets the ball back. Has to chase this one back. The ball from Louis Story. Calmly gives it to Tinkler, but the pressure from Harrogate starts as the ball to the keeper who clears it well up the pitch. O'Connor wins the header. It's going to come back and the keeper can, calm as you like, comes across and just stops it there with his hand. But in these conditions, you just don't know where that ball's going to end up. 15 minutes remain. Poor ball from the keeper, intercepted by Harrogate. Now Armstrong goes for a shot, first time deflection out for a corner. Down to our left-hand side. Well, you would expect a response from Harrogate. And they seem to be trying to go through the gears here. Falshaw is going to take this corner, left-hand side here. Armstrong around the penalty area. There's a bit of tussling, goes towards the near post. It's a deep one. It's very deep. Headed clear by Elliot Forbes. It's going to fall low, and Follius goes for a shot. And, well, closer to the River Tyne than what it was to the goal. And we're going to see another trialist enter. Number 22 is going to come on for the goal scorer, Jordan Hunter, who's looked very impressive since his arrival from South Shields. Gets a round of applause from the Tyne and Weir stand. Took his goal very well. We'll try this goalkeeper, plays it out to Tinkler. Very high pressing line and press from Harrogate as Gateshead try and get the ball forward. Dispossessed though. Falkenham lays it off. Forshaw puts a ball into the centre. Muldoon's lurking. Muldoon get a shot off. Offside flag goes up. It's the second time he's put the ball in the back of the net, but the flag has eluded him. Or the goal has eluded him due to the flag. Didn't want a weather report. There's no rain. Let's try this. Goalkeeper goes long with this one. Ball goes straight out of play on the far side. Ramsey receives the ball from the throw. Falkenham back to O'Connor. Denanga's going to chase him down. No. Burrell's in the centre for support, but he gets it back to Thomas. His clearance has been not up. Denanga didn't get the touch that one. Ramsey goes long and Armstrong goes off in pursuit. But the ball's going to go right through to the Trailers goalkeeper, who rolls it out to Magny. Magny's got space to run into, lays it off to Tinkler, left-hand side of the pitch. Sees the run of the Trailers, number 21, brings it down edge of the box. Burrows there to put it out for a corner, though. Good stuff. Nice vision from Magny. Well, we wait this corner to be taken. No one's actually went over to take it yet. Now it is Larry Cassani is going over to take this. Places the ball down. What type of delivery will we have here? 10 minutes remain. As he now puts the delivery in, it's close towards the, but it's been headed out now. A shot off into the back of the net, and there you go. That's a way to introduce yourself, and I believe it's one of the trialists. It is trialist number 21. Ball fell to him, and he struck. He struck it with some venom there through a crowd into the back of the net. 2-0 to Gateshead. Lovely stuff. Nice to see the players as well in a huddle there, refocusing, talking about what they're trying to do here at Gateshead. Gateshead trot back over the halfway line to get back into position for the teams to kick off for the remaining 10 minutes here at Gateshead International Stadium. But at the moment, it's Gateshead 2, Harrogate 0. There's Udu, plays in the centre, puts it across to the far side to Ramsey. Ramsey now can drive forward with the ball. He opens up. He looks very dangerous when he gets going, and he's still going. Puts a cross in. Well, I don't know if that was a shot or a cross, but behind it goes for a goal kick. Yeah, Kane Ramsey, he's been very impressive tonight. Big, strong, and fast, and when he gets moving down that right-hand side, he's going to cause teams problems. Elliot Forbes passes the ball back to the keeper. Forbes gets it again, though, and he's just been dispossessed, and now Cornelius goes for a shot, puts it wide. Should have done better. He had more time and space than he thought, and he just pulled it wide. David Lane has put very promising. Away the Heat. Come on, the Heat, says Ken Webster. Barry Lee, brilliant performance this. Get in, live, and David Tron have said, and get in Traders 21, says Mickey Barris. We're back underway. Ball out towards Pani. Didn't win the ball in the air. Hassani does, though. Now Pani wins it, gets it to Ollie Thompson. Lays it off. Oh, Traders 21 turns in the centre circle. Cornelius just does enough to dispossess, and now Udu has the ball. Cornelius puts the ball out to Flores on the far side. Udu on the underlap. Gateshead managed to win the ball back. Story plays the ball down the line, finds Trailers 21, who puts the ball inside with some skill. Number 22, Trailers, puts the ball out to the left-hand side. Good vision. Impressive from the Trailists. As Larry Cassani plays the ball back to Tinkler, and Gateshead just maintain possession as Elliot Forbes in the centre circle. Gives it to Story. Story looks up. There's number 22, the Trailist. Lays it inside to the other Trailers 21, who sees the vision on the far side. Lovely stuff. Brought down. Pani just couldn't control it. But impressive stuff from the number 21. Showing awareness. Bravery to pass the ball. He's trying to impress out there. There's a ball over the top now. Muldoon and Armstrong. But Armstrong just runs into a Gateshead player, and the ball goes back to the Trailers goalkeeper, who gives it to Story. Elliot Forbes. Was he fouled there by Cornelius? He was. And, well, a lackluster shot from Muldoon afterwards. Goes past the post. Not that it would have counted. Mickey's put, could the Harrogate hoodoo finally be over? Just asking. Well, we have about 7 minutes left here of normal time as Hassani cuts in with the ball, plays it forward to Dinanga. Dinanga looks up. Oh, it's still going to fall to... Oh, lovely stuff from Ollie Thompson out to the Trailers 22. Goes for his shot. Saved by Thomas. Puts it out to his left-hand side. And it's a corner to Gateshead. Well, both Trailers 21 and 22 have impressed since coming on. Looked dangerous. Looked sharp. And 22 nearly got on the score sheet as well. Hassani comes over to take this corner here. He's wearing his socks like a young Chris Waddle. Delivery goes short. Ollie Thompson, nice bit of footwork, gives it back to Hassani. Hassani puts it over towards the back post. Anyone coming in? Oh, it's been put behind by Ramsey. Tell you what, that was well worked. Had the defender scrambling there. Trailers are playing, you would say, right wing back and attacking midfield. Well, Mickey's saying, I've seen us blow 2-0 leads many times. I'm not counting my chickens just yet. Well, 5 minutes remain, and we've got a corner on the far side. Lyra Hassani stands over it again, goes short to Ollie Thompson. Ollie Thompson gives it back to Hassani. Hassani gives it to Trailers 21. People are shouting for him to shoot, but he picks out... is that Elliot Forbes there? It's hard to say at the moment. It is Elliot Forbes. Gets it to Panny. Trailers 21 puts it across to Lyra Hassani on the far side. Gateshead moving a little bit backwards with the ball, but nice vision from Hassani to pick out Panny, who's on the right-hand side now. Cuts inside. Nice stuff from Panny. Gateshead not doing anything silly, staying in possession at the moment. Story. Now, Panny has the ball. Elliot Forbes. He is playing late right card at the moment. And now, the ball back to Magne. Story under pressure, plays it back to the Trailers goalkeeper, who's on his toes and outside the box. Forbes gives it back. And now Robbie Tinkler looks to pick out Forbes. Forbes has got space. Gives it back to Tinkler. Tinkler goes long over the top. The ball over the top now. Dinanga appeals for offside. And, well, the referee and his assistant quick to flag that one. We do have a substitution here. It is going to be George Horbury coming on for... Well, we haven't seen who he is replacing. And I think it might be the captain this evening, Josh Falkenham. Makes way. Quite the size difference in the two players. Horbury, the man mountain coming on. An enjoyable evening's football here. It's been quite the battle, tactically and possessionally, trying to carve out opportunities, but Gateshead have managed to make two pay as Gateshead now under pressure. Armstrong on Magne. Tinkler back to the goalkeeper, who goes for a ball over the top, looking for the run of Dinanga. Dinanga is having to run over this side. Trailers 22 closing down. Cornelius has it in the centre, plays it across the far side. Now Ramsey has space to run into. What can he do? Over the halfway line. He's got Horbury there. Ball comes across. Can Dinanga get to this one? Burrell just gets past him with the ball. Now the ball down the line. Story intercepts it well. Gateshead can try and build. As Elliot Forbes' ball does get to the Trailers, but it came off a Harrogate shirt. Throw into Gateshead as we enter the final 2 minutes here at Gateshead Stadium. Jordan Hunter and Trailers 21 with the goals here against Harrogate Town. Very strong EFL side. Gateshead will be very happy with their performance thus far, but Muldoon might have something to say about it just yet as he chuts the ball inside. Udu goes for a curling shot, deflected out though. Good block by Gateshead, And now Story under pressure from Armstrong clears the ball down the line, out of touch, and a throw just in front of the Harrogate dugout. As they try and carve something down the left-hand side. There's a free kick that's just been given there. Trailers 22, quickly been taken. Oh, and Trailers 22 intercepted the ball. Trailers 21 has the ball. Hassani puts it out to Pani on the far side. Pani plays it back down the line to Tinkler. They've had a good link up tonight. Elliot Forbes picks up the ball in midfield. Lots of space. Picks out Story. Story gives it to the Trailers 22. Inside to Magne. Under pressure, but it gives it to Story. Story plays it off a Harrogate Town player and out it goes for a throw. And we enter the last minute here of the 90. And what a workout it's been for Gateshead. Played at a great tempo. Did die off in moments for both sides, but was played, I say, like most of the pre-season games I've seen, have been played like a league game spirit. Been wanting to play and play well, but Muldoon picks up the ball in the centre, and now Forshaw gets a shot off Gateshead, put a body in front of the lane, and Gateshead do clear it eventually on the far side, only as far as Ramsey. Ramsey now can drive with the ball. Hassani's stuck to him like glue. He's still got the ball, Ramsey. Cornelius lays it off to O'Connor. Trying to pass their way around at the moment, Harrogate, and doing it quite well at the minute. As Cornelius, he's going to pass this out to the left-hand side. There you go. Udu with the ball. Oh, he gets past his man. He's still going. Can he lay it off to Armstrong? Gets a shot off. Deflected out, and Gateshead clear their lines. And there is the full-time whistle. A great run out for the final home game of pre-season, which sees Gateshead win 2-0 here against a strong Harrogate side. Goals from Jordan Hunter and from the trialist number 21 have seen Gateshead victorious. Both sides will have learned a lot from this, and Gateshead can carry this form forward to the friendly on Friday night. And then the big show happens, August 5th, Bournemouth at home. Be here and be part of it. Well, a massive thank you to everyone that has tuned in and messaged us tonight. Big thank you. Remember, join us on Thursday evening, Heed Army Podcast Live, where we are joined by Jordan Hunter, of course, the goal scorer tonight, Regan Booty and Stephen Wern. It'll be a great night, and get your questions in. We'll be asking them live on the show, welcoming them to the club, and it should be a fantastic affair. But both teams shaking hands now. It's been played in the right spirit. It's been played well, and Gateshead are carrying on what you see is some exciting form going into the league campaign. But there's one left as South Shields, and hopefully we can carry on this in that game there. So a big thank you to everyone that sent in the messages, and we'll say we'll keep it going. And we've got David Tron, thanks for the commentary, so good performance. There's a few other messages coming as well from Liv. We hope she's doing all right. So on that note, we'll say goodbye. The teams are leaving the pitch now, and say another good night here at Gateshead National Stadium for Mike Williamson's men. Bye.